Good morning. My name is Ada Aharoni. I am the founder and the president of World IFLAC, Global Peace. People ask me, how did it all start? Why do you think that culture can bring global peace? And my explanation is it all started with a poet, a British poet of the First World War called Wilfred Owen. We studied his poetry at school, Albernia English School for Girls in Zamalek, Cairo, Egypt, where I was born, and I was so impressed by his wonderful peace poetry. Though he was killed in the trenches in the Second World War at the age of 25, his poetry has been translated in more languages than the Bible. His poetry has been translated in more than 75 languages, and he's taught in many, many universities all over the world. And when I read his poetry, where he says, instead of putting a gun in the teeth of our children, we should put an apple, I was so moved that I decided to be like him. This will be my future. I will write peace poetry, and I will try to change the world through culture. And this is how I started IFLAC in the year 2000, hoping that the new millennium will be a millennium of peace. So please join me and help me to bring peace through culture. Together we can do it, because we eat 3 times a day, but culture we eat more than at least 20 times a day. We eat culture through our newspaper, we eat culture through our looking at the television, we hear culture speaking with our friends. Everything is culture. Religion is culture. Language is culture. History is part of culture. So please join me at IFLAC, International Forum for the Literature and Culture of Peace. And in thanks to Wilfred Owen, I have written him a poem, which I'm going to read to you. It's from my book, Horizon of Hope, in 2 languages, English and Hebrew, and now I will first read it in English. Wilfred Owen. We are still deaf, but not dumb anymore. We speak out. Dear Wilfred Owen, you sang, you warned, you died, and you are still deaf. Our sons' teeth are still for laughing around an apple, yet now we tie not only bayonet blades to them, but also super Sams. Their trembling limbs are not only knife-skewed nowadays, but napalm roasted beyond recognition. We have come a very long way in the killing game. Wilfred Owen, you shouted the absurdity of war, the pity of war, and we are still deaf. Yet your poems, tolling loud as cannons for those who still die in battle as cattle, roaring loud against deaf drums, are white wings of hope waving. The day will soon come. The time will soon come, before time falls from the clock, when war will become a demoded anachronism. Wilfred Owen, you sang, you warned, you cried, you died, and yet our leaders are still deaf, so deaf, stupidly deaf. You have shown us what a poet can do, to open the manacled doors of our consciousness wide. When you spoke to me so deeply through your powerful poetry, already at the tender age of 15. And I promise you, dear Wilfred Owen, we will not be deaf and dumb. We at IFLAC will continue your road under your white flag until we overcome the satanic concept and diabolic practice of war in the mobile East End, all over the Middle East, all over our global village. Thank you, and join us.